Steele's Karate, your complete martial arts training center. Steele's Karate in Salem, the best place to train.
Straight days of the drinking water being safe for everyone to drink. 12 consecutive days of test results below the EPA guidelines for vulnerable populations. The city and the Oregon Health Authority have taken action during this advisory that ensure the public's health will be protected. Those actions include the city bringing in-house our testing and needs, reducing a 2-day turnaround time to having samples taken in the morning and the results available that afternoon. We've made tremendous progress on powdered activated carbon. We've moved in an incredible amount of time from testing powdered activated carbon, which is a proven treatment method elsewhere in the country. We've moved from laboratory testing to demonstration testing on a 10 million gallon a day basis to full production tomorrow. The Oregon Health Authority has established rules for the testing of cyanotoxins in public drinking systems. Those rules are based upon health research, and under those rules, Salem no longer needs an advisory. We're not done. We're going to continue to sample, we're going to continue to test, we're going to continue to share those results with the public so they're fully informed about their drinking water. We're going to continue to learn about the toxins, about the algae in the Detroit Reservoir. We're going to continue to study and bring recommendations to City Council for long-term improvements to our water treatment system. It's been a challenging time for our residents and for our water customers, and I want to thank everyone for their patience. I want to especially thank the volunteers who helped each other, the volunteers who helped their neighbors, volunteers who brought water to the homebound. I want to thank the city employees who worked long hours and still are working long hours at the Guerin Island Treatment Plant and our water distribution sites. I want to thank the state of Oregon for their tremendous help. I want to thank our neighbors, the city of Kaiser, for their ongoing support and the ongoing supply of water. And also I want to thank the cities and the water districts that were here to help us with equipment through our mutual aid agreement. I am again delighted to announce that the water advisory has been lifted. Thank you.
So, yeah, well, now we have time for a few questions. If you have any questions, both the city manager and the director of public works are available.
I was just going to say, does the director have any statements to make? Okay.
He's here for technical.
If you guys just step over here and
Yes.
go ahead and just huddle around.
That way I can get focused on both of you. Because I always want to show your better side. Thank you.
So I have a question. That 10 million gallon a day sampling that was going on during the testing period, what percentage of Salem's daily drinking water does that represent?
Yeah, so we typically have a demand of anywhere between 30 and 50 million gallons, depending on heat and usage. So on average, it probably would have been about a third.
So the tests that have gone on over the past couple of weeks represent somewhere in the neighborhood of 1/3 of our daily drinking water.
Right, so we were actually injecting that water into the drinking system. So,
okay.
So our customers were already using that water. So remember, we started in the lab, and then we went to test beds, to barrels. So once we went to the pilot testing, and we're actually using the filters, we made the decision to actually put that water into the drinking water system. So those 10 million gallons are actually being consumed by our customers.
Okay, and starting tomorrow, we will transition from that 1/3 or so of our water being treated to 100% of it?
Right, so actually a few days ago, we stopped the pilot test because we needed to transition all of the equipment.
Okay.
So for the last 3-4 days, our filters have been operating without the help of the powdered activated carbon. We've been testing nevertheless to confirm that the filters themselves are addressing any issues and our water has been continued to be safe to drink. Starting tomorrow, we will add the powdered activated carbon. We'll restart the powdered activated carbon, but now for all the water that
Okay.
is being provided to our customers.
And that will be infused early on. At some point, it's not that it's spread out across the filters or anything, but it's infused somewhere past the intake.
Right, so powdered activated carbon we will add it right as the water comes into the plant. It will have a contact time in a channel of about an hour. It will then pass into a lagoon where we will add the alum and the polymers to settle the carbon, and then we'll enter the roughing filter and then the regular filters and come out of the plant about 6 hours later.
Can you walk us through the decision-making process today about lifting this advisory?
Sure, and it's not just today. We've been evaluating the advisory really every day. And what really was the catalyst for today's decision was really to reverse that question and ask why not. We've had, again, 12 straight days of great test results. We're launching the carbon, which will give us even more assurance that our treatment processes are working. The OHA rules are now in effect. We have guidance from the Oregon Health Authority regarding testing for cyanotoxins. It was really a combination of factors that led to today's decision.
I was under the impression that you were really waiting until after you went full scale with the PAC before you were determining you're making this decision. Why did that change?
The performance of our treatment system of the filters that we have at Guerin Island, the success of the demonstration, the testing that we were doing of the powdered activated carbon, it really caused me and others to ask, well, why not? Why not lift the advisory? The treatment plan has been working. We have evidence of that through the test results, 12 straight days. We have evidence that our performance is protecting public health, as evidenced by the Oregon Health Authority rules. So it was really, again, a combination of factors that led to the decision.
For the last many days, we've been getting daily reports that on the daily tests. Those daily tests represent the water without treatment or with treatment?
Well, so we report. I think the reports that we put on the website are all post-treatment.
There's a combination.
That we do show some tests before. So right. So there are some tests that So if it's labeled middle intake or up at the reservoir or whatever, that's pre-treatment. That's what it's coming into the treatment plant. And so if it's labeled Aldersgate or Countryside or Lake Vanessa, those are the locations in town post-treatment.
Okay.
So, and then as I said, for the last few days, our filters have been doing, our normal filters that we've used for 50 years, 80 years, have been taking care of any toxins that are entering the system. But the powder activated carbon starting tomorrow will give us the extra oomph on the treatment.
So we have time for one or two more questions. So
How old is our system?
We went to the North Santiam River in 1935. So we've been in continuous improvement since then, but we originally started in 1935
On that location?
at that location.
Okay, so Connor?
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you.
Go for it.
So on the OHA rules again, it sounds like you're using the rules as a sort of a guideline for public health. These are the new rules that just came out, and then the fact that you are now in accordance with those new rules means that you are in accordance with keeping public health secure. Is that correct?
Yes, my understanding of the Oregon Health Authority is they base their their rules, their recommendations, their guidelines on public health. That is their responsibility. So the rules for cyanotoxins and the approximately 100 public water systems in Oregon are really based upon protecting public health.
And so, how different were those guidelines from what you were already doing?
We're doing more than the guidelines, and we will continue to exceed the rules. We will transition to the Oregon Health Authority rules over this algae season. We're going to continue to sample more frequently than the rules require. We're going to continue to provide information to the public above what is required by the Oregon Health Authority rules.
Okay, now, so the fact that the rules then aren't making you do any more, it's more just giving you another set of eyes at it? Like, I guess I'm confused. If there wasn't any significant change in what the rules made you guys do as far as testing or treatment, then how exactly did it help you arrive at this conclusion?
The Oregon Health Authority rules, now that there are actual rules and not guidelines, are confirmation that our practices are protecting the public health. They're protecting the health of our drinking water customers, protecting the health of our residents.